down then.
What episode is this? 8? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaguar's Den. This is episode number somewhere less than 10. I can't count, but here we are with the returning guest, my good friend, Porterville's number 2 comedian, Andrew Idell.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
First of all, I want to get this out of the way. We're going to get back to the number 2 thing.
Yeah.
I just want to, first of all, first repeating guest. Mm-hmm. First repeating guest.
Rivers was a repeating guest.
Oh, my God, dude. God damn it. I'm number 2 in multiple things off the bat. I was going to come on and say that my episode had the most views because it did for a little bit, and then I looked, and it's not even close anymore. So I don't even have that. But listen. This is a classy establishment. This is a classy thing that he has set up here. He paid upfront in cash this time, which was really cool. The last check bounced. It was awful.
Well, there's a check right next to you from Dan Betts because apparently he doesn't pay people. But
I did.
there's something there.
I made a whole drink menu for him, dude.
Were you pregnant? I just want to address this huge elephant in the room right now.
Yeah.
I just need your advice. Well, I kind of want to let you on a bit real quick. This is Anthony's closet. No, I'm doing a private gig right after this podcast. I'm doing a private gig at the Visalia Country Club with Trent Babb. All right.
It's good that it's not a public gig.
Wait until you see the red one, dude.
You're
good. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
No, they're fine. I heard those jokes the first night you saw.
Yeah.
They were real.
The hot Cheeto bag. I called him a family-sized hot Cheeto bag when he got off the stage.
I think no one heard this, but I was like hot Cheeto puffs. I said, or the poofs, or whatever.
Have you seen The Little Giants, the football movie, Disney back in the day?
I'm sure, yeah.
There's a kid that gets tackled. The fat kid gets tackled. I'm gonna make you hold this for as long as possible. There's a fat kid. He gets tackled, and the coach gets over him, and they open because it looks like he has blood coming out, and they take his helmet off. He's got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in there, and then he goes, "What's this?" And the other coach goes, "Cheetos," and he goes, "Crunchy or puffed?" And the guy goes, "Puffed," and he goes, "Wimp." All time line.
Yeah, that's I love a good wimp, dude. They don't say that anymore.
Wimp's a good word.
Wimp's a good one. I'm sure you heard that a lot.
Coming from a wimp, yeah. Coming from a wimp. Wimp is a good word.
Didn't you have a diary growing up?
It's one of the softer words that I've been called. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't. You know what I've never been called? Pansy. I've never been called a pansy.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of went away when people were pansexual, and then it was like, nah, are you calling me pansexual or a pussy?
Are you calling me a panhandler?
No, I would never panhandle. I would be a pansexual. But you have anything else? Let me keep the riff going before I finish what I was saying about Trent.
I do feel. Listen, I feel like I got an edge to me. You know, I'm a little bit of a wimp with an edge, so I don't think I might not qualify for pansy. You know, I'm gonna uncross my legs. I can't go straight into it. I don't think I qualify for pansy. All right, go ahead.
And then you lead it just a little bit, like it's one of those. Like,
yeah, I'm kicking it.
That's how Spaniards cross their legs, dude. That's how Europeans do it. Trent Bag, I'm doing this Visalia Country Club gig I'm hosting tonight. Trent sends me a text this morning, like a good producer. A good producer messages you the day of the show and doesn't wait for it to be 7:30 and call you while you're not there.
Yeah.
Just leave that out there. I think that...
the feature, actually. No, the host call. Anyway.
Yeah, because anyway.
I was the host.
Yeah, so let's go. Shout out Widow's Nest. I think that... so Trent texted me and he said, hey, man, are you excited for the show? I'm looking for it. It's going to be super cool. One thing, though, is could you please wear a button-down shirt or like a polo or something?
Oh, yeah, because country clubs have dress codes. I used to work at one.
Yeah, and he was like, this is there's it's a private event, it's like, it's very, posh, it's a country club.
I love you're a stand-up comic, you're holding the microphone right here. It's because the hanger's in the way.
There you go, like this.
There it is.
Sorry, guys. And I was just hiding my acne scars.
It's all right, dude.
So what I have planned is I'm I'm going to I'm gonna show up wearing this, which is just like gym shorts and a white t-shirt, and then I'm gonna scare him. Once he sees it, I'll be like, "Don't worry, Trent. I have my bag of clothes in the car."
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go and pretend that I didn't bring my bag of clothes. So then,
Like you're panicking.
like I'm like
Go to the parking lot. You're on the phone, like yelling at somebody.
I'm seeing if I can have someone bring some clothes, and then, or I'm trying.
Who do you know that's big in Visalia?
No, I used this clothes last winter.
Bigger than that. Bigger than that.
And they say someone, I'm like, no, that's too big. That's too big. I need morbidly obese, not huge, fluffy.
Not morally obese. Shout out to Joe. We love you.
There we go. You do. No, I'm kidding. He's cool. So here's what I'm wondering. Like, do I show up in just one of these shirts with the backup prepared? Or do I show up in this white shirt and short shorts and say, oh, dude, I forgot my bag of clothes? And then just go grab a regular shirt. Or go grab a shirt and then it's one of these and be like, no, I'm just kidding, I have a regular.
It's going to be like a 35-minute bit. You just keep coming back. You're wearing clown shoes, walking in like that. With the fucking...
I'm going to come in wearing the scuba gear.
Yeah. You got golf knickers on, tucked in your socks. I don't know. I've never been to Visalia Country Club. I know country clubs, they won't let you anywhere near the clubhouse if you're not wearing the stuff. They'll get you in the parking
If
lot.
I come in like this, and I'm like, I'm a performer.
There's a Latino man in the parking lot with he's smoking a cigarette.
I really want to show up like this, dude. It'd just be like, oh, I have some clothes.
You should. But because
I also don't want to stress Trent out where he's like upset, but also I'm like, dude, it's like, this is like my kind of bit where it's like
Trent's gonna start going like this.
he never books me again.
No.
He's stuck booking Eric Lopez.
Does Eric Lopez have a button-up shirt?
I could call Eric and be like, hey, I'm going to pretend to call you and you're going to bring me a shirt or something. And like it's I want to do all these things, but I don't know if I'm going to. It's just almost like
a button-up mechanic shirt says Pablo like this right here. They'll think that you're there to rake the bunkers.
What if I wear find like a because he just said button. Like, let me see the text real quick. Vamp for me real quick.
He said button up or a polo. So at most country clubs you have to do that. No blue denim. So don't take jeans either. Did he say that?
This is all. Hey, this is the text.
Okay.
Hey, today's the big show at the Visalia Country Club. The big show.
ChatGPT, I need to message my host. Can you please just tell him that I think he's dumpy, but tell him why I don't make it obvious that I think he's dumpy.
The reason I know he wrote it is because he put, "Hey, today's the big show." If it just said "Today's the big show," super hyphen,
That's it's not only big for us; it's big for the entire community of Visalia. M dash.
No useless information after that. Yeah. So it's today's the big show at the Visalia Country Club. Show starts right at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Old white people like things on time. Period.
But they don't like you. And he booked you. That's the problem.
He booked me, a Filipino guy, a black guy, and a white guy. What is this, the A team? Gay team? I don't know.
Man. He was like, get as diverse as I can without any women, because the women can't do comedy at country clubs. So I don't know if I had to say at country club.
The only chick I booked at the country club, she ate shit. She got booed off the stage. So I don't know if they can hang. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure one could. But there's
probably one on the planet somewhere.
She's in India somewhere. So then he says, please arrive no later than 7:30. I'm usually always on time. So
yeah.
Also, if I may request you wear a collared shirt, it being a country club and all. That burp before that statement. Also, if I may request you wear a collared shirt. Okay, what is collared? These are collared, right?
Those are collared. Those are fine. They're also colored. You should have said, I thought you meant colored shirt. You should say that. Going like do you have a Notorious B.I.G. shirt? You clearly said colored shirt.
Collared shirt, Anthony. Collared, like collard greens, the things colored people eat. No, he wouldn't say anything that funny.
No, you specifically said, Trent, I gotta apologize to you. boy, do I have egg on my face.
Okay, there's 3 jokes I can do now. Which is the best one? You guys vote at home. Which is the best one?
Yeah, for this past.
Yeah.
What should he have done? Because he probably did the worst one.
I just showed up.
Just
regular.
normal.
Oh, normal.
Hi, Trent. Happy to be here.
Honestly, dude, it feels like because I'm alone, I get no satisfaction out of it. Like,
Yeah.
But
You'd have to film it.
I could do it, but at this point, like, he almost wouldn't give me the reaction I would want. Like, it'd stress him out and make me sad, like, you know. But I think just joking about it right now is enough for me to be like,
Anthony, I need you to do this. I need you to go back. I'm working on my Trent. He's got a little purse in his hand.
a white kid gloves.
Oh fuck.
Then he goes, "You good to go? Any questions?"
Just
I'm gonna text them on the way. Be like, "Hey man, I totally spaced.
I just saw your message.
I totally forgot to bring a colored shirt, dude."
Oh fuck. That's the thing. I don't know how they feel about like performers.
What is the blue well shirt that I have?
Is it the
tie-dye one? You said colored
you said
shirt.
Colored shirt.
Yeah, like a colored shirt.
You very clearly said.
What if I send a picture of it beforehand and say, "Is this cool for a colored shirt?"
Is this enough color?
I could get some crayons and throw it in the dryer.
Oh man.
I was laughing into this. I guess people don't need to hear my laugh anyway. I always thought, dude, because I hear other podcasts and you watch like these Mark Norman, like these like you might.
Whoa! Just shoot me into the wall next to you.
Smash cut to literally. You're in
My
the
little
wall.
feet sticking out.
I tied your shoelaces together. You're still stuck in the wall.
That's your mom's bathroom in there. Dios mío!
So
She's hit me with her sandal. That's what they do, right? That's what...
They call it a chancla.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
you
true.
watch We Might Be Drunk and
Yeah.
Tuesdays with Stories. He's like, so I watched another podcast with Ben Avery and Devin Costa called Lemon Party. Have you know who Ben Avery is?
No, but I've heard the name Lemon Party for sure.
Well, Lemon Party is like a popular thing online, but
Yeah.
they call their podcast that, and Ben Avery does. But he, I'm getting to something with all this. So I'm just kind of laying the context here. So just give me people at home. This will make sense.
Talk amongst yourselves. Go get some milk. You'll come back.
So Lemon Party is based these two. Ben Avery used to be the producer of the Tim Dillon podcast.
Okay.
He used to be that dude
Tim
in the
Dillon's
glasses.
unbelievable on his podcast. It's just crazy to just do one fucking guy and just be that good.
Well, his producer is that guy, and basically, like, the reason I stopped watching Tim Dillon is because they kind of had a falling out, and then I was like, I don't really like Tim Dillon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to hear that story at some point.
It just like I think that fool just like because they work really closely together. But Ben Avery is like from this area, had done stand up, but he's doing stand up again.
Okay.
But he has this podcast. And on this podcast, I was scrolling on YouTube, and you know these Red Bar or like these comedy podcasts where they like critique like they
Joke
critique
World and shit like that. Yeah.
Well, Joke World is more like on the side of the comics, but there's other like critiquing podcasts where they just talk shit about comics.
There's
or they
one that
critique
just
them.
does like everything Brendan Schaub does wrong, and I
Exactly.
can't remember which one it was. Yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah.
but for every comic. You know? It popped up on my algorithm, and I started watching it because they were reviewing We Might Be Drunk, and I'm a huge fan of Mark Normand and
One thing about them, I'm sorry to cut you.
You're good.
The one thing that bothers me about them is when anybody says anything about like they hung out with like a famous comic back in the day, Mark Normand just acts like they got the biggest scoop in the world. Like they're talking to Kevin Nealon and he's like, yeah, I was having dinner with Sam Kinison one time. Wow, really? It's like, dude, how long have you been in comedy? You know, like, but other than that, like,
is it really that surprising, or are you? Oh, I know you did a great Mark Normand. I know the exactly.
Wow.
But
that's a clip,
dude. It's great that you're bringing that up though, because the reason I all of this to say, they were critiquing it, and they were just making fun of how they sound so fake and like, not fake in that like, and robotic like on the show, and how they'll be telling funny stories or like working on bits, and they won't laugh at the bit. They'll just be like, oh yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I see where that works.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
And they were joking. I'm like, yeah, when was the last time you were hanging out with your buddies? Your friend, you made a hilarious joke, and your buddy goes, yeah, that's funny.
Dude, it's either yeah, dude. Because if it's actually funny, you're gonna laugh. Sometimes with comics, like when we're bouncing roast jokes off each other, because it's a different thing.
And that's what I started thinking about. Was like sometimes it gets so cerebral, and that doesn't, not to sound like
you're
this
doing
is cool.
the bullshit, annoying math in your head.
Exactly, and that's what they're like. We're watching these two guys do lame comedy algebra on a podcast, and it's like, but that's what people enjoy, you know. But I was kind of seeing their side, but also I'm like, dude, it's right. Like they just feel like they're friends, but the podcast doesn't feel like they're just fucking around and hanging out. And that's why, like, I'm a big laugher at shit. Like I will give it up when it's super funny. And that's how I kind of like the Stavros Halkias laughing into the microphone. I like the whole but I hear like Mark Norman and Joe Liz tell a story, and they don't laugh at their stories. Like they just kind of like add to it, and I'm like, is that because they're comics or because they're like performing for who's watching? And I'm like, I just feel like we should be not we should, but like I enjoy that we're fucking around like we just did for the past 15 minutes. You know?
Yeah, and they get stuck in like Norman always wants to tag everything, so he's not like listening to laugh. He's listening to be like, hey, gay, like whatever he does. And the worst one is Joe Rogan, because Rogan will laugh if he likes you or respects you, but if he thinks he's above you, he won't laugh at shit that you're saying. And like he's had comics on his show. Like he used to try to do it to Bill Burr, and then Bill started like giving it to him a little bit. But like D'Elia,
Whoa,
I know.
We don't talk about that on this podcast, dog.
There's picketers outside. What D'Elia, before the whole shit happened, he went on the Rogan podcast, and Rogan gave him nothing. And D'Elia's like, for whatever he is, he's very good on podcasts, and he's a funny guy. But Rogan, I don't think, is a very funny conversational dude. But like the worst thing Rogan does is the demeaning when somebody says something that he doesn't think is that funny, and he's trying to like sun you. You know, I don't like that. I like the chaotic, like everybody's. That's why I like Opie and Anthony so much, because they're just all dying the whole time.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
So yeah, I love that shit.
That just it feels just a little more authentic for me. Like I'm when I'm cold and shy, I am kind of making those like I'm on and like trying to think cerebrally. I'm less heightened about what I can and can't say. But when you're just like vibing and chilling with the homie, it's just so much easier. You know what I mean?
I think that's the interesting thing, because I think that's how comedy podcasts blew up, was just friends talking and laughing. It started with Opie and Anthony for the most part, and then it evolved into that stuff, and it turned into the chaotic, like laughing and all that. But now all these guys are making so much money off of it that they're just like, I think that's part of it. Like those We Might Be Drunk guys, I do like that show, but they talk all the time about like they do that for the money. Like they want to they make quite a bit of money off of it, specifically because it promotes their shows. They have a clip go viral. People go to their show, like they're able to like pump all their shows on it, and like that's totally fine. I got no problem with it. It's just not. I'll listen to that podcast and I enjoy it, but I like the podcast where the people are just howling and making each other laugh the whole time. You know?
It just those like I've always enjoyed that vibe more, and that's why like even for instance like those Protect Our Parks type, or those are more recent. I can't think of anything more old.
Todd Glass used to have a podcast. You know Todd Glass?
I know the name. I can't think of the face right now or any of his material, but I know the name.
Yeah, he's a unique guy. Like he's not everybody's cup of tea, but they call him a comedian's comedian, which means he's not a public's comedian. You know what I mean? But he's one of my favorites. I love him. But his podcast was great, and that's where I first saw Rory Scovel.
Oh right.
And that was just them just doing bits, and he would like set up bits. He had a band in the room, and like he would cut to the band every once in a while, and he made jingles for everybody. It was just a silly time the entire time. And that was like my favorite like GOAT comedy podcast for a while. Norm went on there. Rory was on there a lot. He had this guy Tom Martin that was on a lot. There were just a lot of like guys that some of them aren't even like that, but like Tom Martin, I haven't heard about that guy in a long time. But like Patton Oswalt went on there. Like a lot of the alt guys went on there. But they had a really good like improvisation. I almost said improvisation in front of an English major.
There's a book right there on it. So
okay. You should read it.
I haven't. It's just there for show.
Hold on.
You have something else to talk about?
No, I'm just You guys are a sunglasses podcast, so I'm just showing off my repertoire.
A lot of people do sunglasses, man, and this or that. I just have little beady eyes. I hate my eyes, dude. And eye contact is so hard for me already. It's really hard for me that I already zone off. So I'm like, I'll just make it easier for everybody. You know, it's like, unless we're intimate or I'm working or something, you don't need to see my eyes.
You make eye contact in intimacy? Do you? Do you do that?
If I can see above my man tits.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy that they're still there when they see you.
Did you write any jokes for people tonight? The roast battles tonight, guys. The roast battles tonight at the comedy club, the band comedy club. Who did you write for?
I did write. I wrote some. For,
don't say who for who, but who. Yeah,
I wrote for.
I wrote for 2 people.
I wrote for 3, but one of them I only gave 1 joke. One of them I only gave 2 jokes. I'm like really happy. This is the one
you
where
can
like,
say this is already past the point, so it doesn't matter.
I'm really happy with the jokes that you uncoordinated ass. Fucking that's particle board too. You can't pour water on that IKEA shit. That'll bubble. Fuck. The piece of paper that they put over the top of that to make it look like wood is gonna bubble up like a motherfucker.
And this is from Home Goods, sir, not IKEA.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
Just, you know.
Did you get like they always have the sign for your kitchen that just says food all big? Do you guys have those here in this house? I've only been to this room in this house. Comida.
So I wrote a few jokes for it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. I wrote a few jokes for Atticus and Stevie.
Yeah, I wrote some for Stevie. I wrote 2 for Atticus and 1 for Joe Morley.
And we consulted for another comic.
Did we consult? Did we? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we gave somebody else some advice. That's the thing. Like, I listen. I feel like I'm 1-1. I feel like I've transcended the game. I feel like I've changed the form and made people look at it a little bit differently. You know, I got robbed in the last one. But I'm just kidding. I just
I heard the other comic was louder than you.
Yeah, he was louder than me. That's the only reason he won. And he had friends on the dais that wrote his jokes.
All I know is that you keep repeating those points, and I know that you feel something about him, dude.
I don't know. It's truly. I'll tell you.
It's truly.
I'll tell you 100% honestly.
Truly.
There's a reason that I pointed out is because I am fascinated by the ins and outs of how a roast works, and like joke for joke, you won. But on top of that, it was a good move to go as loud as you did. It was a good move. It's not the reason I lost. But
it wasn't intentional.
It was because he was terrified. Everybody.
Yeah, I was. I was nervous. Until my first joke, and I think it felt better. But no, that was good. It was going back and forth.
Yeah, it was good.
So what do you feel like? Who do you see yourself going against next? Do you see yourself like challenging anybody, or is there anybody like? I'd like to see you going against like Tyler.
He challenged me one time, and
one time or recently, or
no, it was before ours. He was like, I'm going to tell you right now, if I win, I think he said, and if you win. So he might think he's above me now. But he was like, I want to go. No, I think he said, if I win, no matter what, I want to go against you next.
I think he'd be a good battle for you. I think he has a little swag that you ain't got.
It'd be fun that I don't got.
Yeah.
You said the exact opposite on another podcast.
What did I say?
You said that I think Idell has more swag than Tyler. Literally the exact opposite.
I think I for sure meant that Tyler has more swag than Idell. There's no way I would ever say you have more swag than
there's
Tyler.
There's no way you would be right.
You and swag don't have. You're not in the same sentence, dog. Like, and I get it. You wear a small size shirt. You have cool glasses, but like,
ask your bitch, dude.
Yeah, like a stomach up the air, and you like to say that.
There's something about me, dude. That's what it is.
Dog. You got a bunch of crushes in the scene, bro.
Dude.
Everybody wants to fuck you.
They're falling out of the sky, bro.
It's crazy because Andrew, you act like you're actually. You don't act like that. You do have swag, I guess.
Thank you.
Because there's like 5 different chicks. You're like, I fucked her. Yeah, me and her hooked up 10 years ago. I'm like, fuck, dude. Did you tell him you were a Make-A-Wish kid?
Yeah, that's my wish. It was,
please have sex with me. I have half a colon.
I had John Cena ask him. That was my Make-A-Wish.
Hey, yo, man. So I got this guy right here.
You can see him. I'm sick of the you can't see me jokes. I can't believe I just made one. But I do pretty well for myself. I'm all right. I'm all right with the
what's your
ladies.
move, dude? Like, what's your, how do you, like, I don't say hook up with you, but like, what's your swag? Like, defend your swag right now. Like, how do you, like, what's your move? Like, do you look at the camera, wink? What do you do? What's you look like you're about to rap into a microphone.
Yeah, I'm getting into the R. Kelly mode. Right
Yeah,
now.
so like,
I said the wrong guy. I said the wrong guy. I should have said a different guy.
My blood is full.
My mind is telling me no.
So what is your like when girls have been like, oh my God, Andrew, I love this about you. Like, what do they say? Not what do you think? Like, what do they love?
What do you think they say, bro? No. I think I'm good at connecting with people. That's the gayest thing I could have said, but I think that's what it is.
You would listen or what?
I make them feel special about themselves. No, I'm
you take them on benders.
Listen, honestly.
Do you listen, dog, or do you go back and forth, or do you hold court in a conversation with the woman?
Well, listen? Do you really want me to do this? Like,
I'm
like,
asking
oh, I
you.
don't want on there. I know you are, but like, people have told you're gonna.
Just say
this
it.
is the
dog.
second lose situation you put me on in this podcast. Girls
tell me, Andrew,
they've talked about my ability to control a room, like that. That's what I'm saying, dude. You fucking asshole. What do you think they're talking about? My abs?
Okay. Go
Do you think? No, I'm not. I'm done.
Go.
done.
I'm not gonna react at all.
We're just gonna do like a. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do like a bunch of pictures of the girls that we were talking about, and just scroll up the screen.
Yeah, that's better. Okay, no, I won't say nothing.
No, dude,
I
feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable.
Bro.
I'm doing the fucking Anthony Wings now, dude.
I'm sorry, dude. I normally this is usually I get people more comfortable before an intimate conversation.
I'll tell you this. I think I've got some self-confidence with girls. I don't freeze when I talk to girls.
Okay.
If I actually am interested in talking to the girl and like all that stuff, there's never a time where I'm like nervous or like I'm like, oh, I better say something cool, you know? Like,
yeah,
you know,
you're like, I got this
because I got swag, dude. But no,
like I work in hip hop radio.
Yeah,
player.
dude. Fuck, I met Ice Cube twice.
You don't listen to Usher this much and not know how to talk to a bitch.
You gotta see the picture of me and Warren G, bro. Comfortable as shit.
Regulators.
Yeah, 2 regulators, bro. But yeah,
all right, no, I need you to tell me, and I'll tell you something that a girl's told me.
I just told you like a couple.
Okay, but you were gonna go more, but I didn't say it. But I reacted. So go, say what you're gonna say. No, I'm not gonna. Come on.
No, they like my confidence generally. They like my confidence.
Okay.
And there's like I'm not a meek, like I'm a small guy, but I'm like not like a meek personality guy. You know, like
yeah, you're a short king.
I'm 5'10". Fuck. My ex.
You're a slender king.
My ex used to always be like, "You're 5'9". I'm like, fucking, I'll take you to the doctor's office right now because that's where they measure me, and I'd slouch.
I'll take you to the doctor's office and get you lobotomized right now, woman.
I usually take him to the vet and get him microchipped.
Like that one? Because no, I haven't. I haven't. Oh, I that one's okay, but I think you shouldn't be talking to women like they're animals. Shouldn't be doing that, dog. I wouldn't put a chip in a woman, but I put something else, if you know what I mean.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, all right.
Burrito Supreme, you know what I mean?
Chalupa, dog.
What do girls say about you? Physically
I have big
imposing.
fingers.
Yeah, hard to get my
I have fat fingers.
He's just he's got this gravitational pull. I just can't get away from it.
I'm so cold, but he radiates heat. He's so warm. Like, bitch, you just call me fat.
Well, and both of us get the funny thing. Like, I'm sure girls think you're funny.
You know what, dude? I don't think so.
That sucks, dude.
No, I think they do, but I used to think that was the main thing, and it's really not. Like,
oh, really?
I used to think like, oh, they like me because I'm funny. I'm like, and they're like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, damn, so I'm not funny. Like, I used to be like, fuck, dude. Like, but I know I am. But like my ex, I remember I remember telling him like, you just want to be with me because I'm a comedian and I'm gonna be famous one day, and that's why you like me. She's like, not at all. And I'm like, fuck.
I gotta tell you, I don't believe in any of that shit. There's a comic in the scene who he you
can say it, I'll blur it out.
He hasn't. No, you won't. Will you for sure? I know you have in the past. But
you haven't heard anything from anybody else. This happens on every podcast.
Yeah, he said that he keeps his ex, his family's asked him why he doesn't block his ex, and he says it's because he wants her to see when he makes it. Yep. When I make it big, you know?
That's a little sad.
It happens, dude. It happens. But listen, it's okay to
big, and now we're like, fuck.
I know. Dude, we should do like a follow-up. I don't care where we are if it happens.
I have egg on my face.
It'll just be called It Happened.
Finally.
So it's not funny. What do you think it is? What are girls
Same thing
saying?
as you. I think just confidence.
Yeah.
Like it's just the easiest thing that and it's sometimes you see dudes like, oh, I can't get a girlfriend. I'm like, dude, like I can't think of anybody right now, but and I don't know, dude. Like, is it confidence or is it like? Because I can't be like, yeah, it's my ability to riff. No woman likes that. Nobody's like, yeah, I love his improv is good. That's why I'm dating him. Like, it's how you make him feel.
You can yeah, but you can really get a girl on a date if you riff with her well, like the right way.
A date is fine, but
okay,
in a relationship, you know what I mean? But
then by then it's over. Yeah, you
exactly.
Don't riff anymore.
Like you're not like riffing no more.
Yeah,
like,
no.
dude, I mean, you could.
What are we gonna do? Riff? Go get out of here.
I think it's just lame confidence shit, and it's like, what do you mean confident? Be like, what are you talking about? Like, that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Well, a lot of girls who are pretty enough, like guys, are afraid to talk to them, so they're super weird around them, and like they don't talk to like normal human beings all the time, and like if you just treat them as a person, like you talk to her. Like you talk to this old sea hag next to her, you know what I mean? Then they see that and they go, "Oh, he doesn't worship the ground that I walk on."
Ah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
That's kind of how it works, and that's not even a strategy because that's how you should talk to people.
Yeah.
But like dudes, like so, I watched Obsession last night. And Nathaniel was talking about with Obsession. It's like a takedown of simps. Like have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
And we don't even have to stay long on it, but like the dude is the bad guy in the movie because he's a little weenie boy who is finally getting laid, and he ignores all these red flags the whole time to the point where like he gets everybody killed. You know,
Yeah,
sorry to
yeah.
spoil it for you, but it's like it is a super exaggerated version of like all these guys that like are afraid to talk to women in the world right now, and that gives, especially a guy that will go on stage and talk in front of 200 people, you got a leg up on everybody on that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, 100%. And I think that's also not. The fact that you can do it also gives a woman maybe the perception that you're really confident. But there's a lot of people go and perform that they're really not confident human beings, you know, but they seem
that's
like
true.
it, you
That's
know.
true,
and I think that's the misconception that you see someone on stage with a microphone. I think that doesn't necessarily mean that they're the most confident human being. Nonetheless,
That's true, for sure.
I mean, but I'm not poking holes or anything, but I'm just like, it's easy. I think it's easy to because I'm thinking about probably the last few girls I've dated have been in comedy and they've seen me do comedy. I think there's something about like being on stage that is like cool, but I don't know.
Some girls like it. Not every girl cares, but like it works sometimes.
Are you dirty? And by that I mean like, because I had a friend tell me recently that she stopped dating somebody because he was disgusting. Like his cleanliness, like your bedroom, your bathroom and shit. Like, do you wash your shit? Like, are you clean like that?
My place is, it's not like Danny Tanner, but like I
good reference.
Yeah,
Another
thanks,
90s
dude.
reference.
Thanks, dude.
He's even dead, dude.
Who's a Gen Z clean freak?
That chick that was on Netflix. The
Marie Kondo?
Yeah. Say Marie Kondo.
Jesus Christ. He would have called me gay if I said that. See, it's a lose-lose situation. But no, it's not like spotless. I don't go around with a glove and go like that and shit.
Yeah.
But like I dust and I vacuum.
Clean the toilet?
And, like I clean the toilet.
Do you piss on the seat?
No, I have like a real problem with guys who piss. Who
Same,
leave stuff
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like because it happens.
Pissing on the floor?
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're a psychopath. Like
Yeah.
I had friends that I've had interventions with. Like they come to my house and I walk into the bathroom and I walk out and I go, dude, what are you doing?
Are you taking a piss like this?
Yeah, dude. Like, are you dancing like this and like grooving away? One time I was at the Improv, And
Yes,
and yeah, I was thank you. Was that Mitch Hedberg joke? Last night I didn't do very well, so they added an E to the end of the sign. But I was at the Improv and I was peeing and the door swings open really hard and I'm like, God damn, somebody's drunk. And I like look to my right and Joe Rogan is peeing next to me and he's standing like this. Let's see if I can stand on the camera.
Yeah.
No harms, just straight back. And I was like, oh, that's how that happens.
Yeah.
That is why if you go to a bar bathroom, I'm trying to write a bit about how much I hate bars. Like if you go to a bar bathroom, in the men's room, it is completely covered wall to wall with piss. And I just don't, like, I've been really drunk, obviously. You've seen it. And like, but I still, when I'm drunk, I'll still fucking trying to make all this stuff. So I think you're a psycho if you pee on the seat and leave it there. You know, my cat is a problem because he when he gets mad at me, he kicks all the litter out of his freaking litter box.
Okay.
So I gotta sweep that up.
How
every
often do
day
you
and
clean the
shit.
litter box?
Every time he uses it for number 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
when he pees, I mean, it's fucking.
How do you know he goes number 2? He tells you.
You can see the clumps.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but
okay,
you can also.
nice.
I mean, he
Put a picture of
he
the
lets
clumps
me
right
know.
here.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture. My guy takes big ole anyway.
Yeah, well, he's a huge ass cat.
He's a
dude.
big boy.
You live with the cheetah.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, because I'm moving in, like being like right here from my old house to this house, like moving from like this little house to this big house. I have my own space now, but it used to be like growing up. We had a little like. Just one bedroom, two bedroom, one bathroom house, right? So I had to share a bathroom with my parents. So it was like no bullshit. Like my dad's not fucking pissing on the floor. My mom's not pissing on the floor. So like anytime there's anything, they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Now it's here, my own place, or like my own section of the house. You know, I have my own bathroom and shit. So it's like, dude, I'm responsible for my own shit.
Yeah.
And it feels better, dude, because I'm pretty clean. You know.
Yeah. This place is always well put together when I'm in here.
Yeah, I mean, it gets a little messy sometimes, but even then, because I've never had roommates, you know. I mean, aside from my parents, but never, like, have you had, like, people living with you or roommates and shit? How is that, like?
One time, and I lived with it was me, my friend, and 4, like, really attractive girls when I was in college.
Oh, okay.
And, I was doing
You went to
stand up.
college?
Well, I was in college age. I was gonna say. I just realized I had left college.
I was just 21.
Yeah, I had left college, but I was doing stand up, and I went to Orange County because I was like, that's where you do stand up, and I couldn't afford it, so I moved back. But while I was living there, I was the clean one in the house, and all these girls were fucking monsters. Like, but they were party animals. So like one time I walked out, I had the only room on the bottom floor. I walked out. There is. Like somebody had like ran with toilet paper and like streamered the whole living room, and then there's piss on the floor on the tile, and then there's a wooden chair, and there's literally somebody had poured milk in the seat of the wooden chair, and it was just sitting there all night, and like that stuff drove me nuts, bro. So like,
So and at that point, sorry to interrupt, but
You're
it's
fine.
like at that point in comedy, it's like, is comedy worth it? To be living like this, you know, and it's like, dude, is it worth it to be putting up with this kind of shit?
That when I was in my early 20s, like that wouldn't have been a deal breaker. The money was I couldn't afford to live there, and I had to start asking my dad to like send me money and stuff. and I
If
didn't
you
wanna
had
do
the
that.
money, though, do you think you would have just kept up with it?
Then probably, yeah. I mean, I was unhappy. I like that's one thing about comedy. Like I love comedy. I've never been happy in doing comedy at the same time, and I don't think it's comedy's fault. I just think that's how my life has kind of gone. But like, I think I would have pushed through. If I didn't even have money to like get gas to open mics because you have to go and when you're in LA, you have to drive farther to go to all these places to do mics and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, in Orange County specifically, in LA, it's probably there's a bunch of mics within 6 miles of your house, but I had to go like it was a lot, and I totaled my car when I lived there, so I got this giant red truck that my dad had terrible gas mileage. I couldn't like, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore, and so I had to come back. And then, my health was getting really bad, but I think I could have withstood it then. Now, no. Like
And that's what our 20s are for too, though.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's like you kind of like figure shit. Like I can do this, I can't do this. I could do this, I would do this. I'm not gonna do this. You know.
I was down to sleep in my car back then for it because
Yeah.
I was like sure. Like that was when I was that age. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it. I'm like I was like Nathaniel is now, and I believe in Nathaniel for sure. I don't think he's delusional at all. and whether I was or not is up in the air. But it was like I was sure this was gonna happen. Like there were times when I was like, "This is embarrassing." I was like, I'd be like in line at Subway and be like, "None of these people know that they're standing next to a guy who's gonna make it, who's gonna do it." You know, that's how so that's delusional. I got to the point where I was like, I'm going to do this.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. We've all had to like.
Thanks for admitting that, dude. That's really vulnerable to admit.
Just don't make that the clip for this podcast.
No, I might just clip that little thing.
Just don't make that the clip.
I sometimes I'll just even it out. I'll sometimes be at a concert or like at an event, and I'm like, these guys don't know I run lights. Yeah. These guys don't know I know what a board they're using back there right now. Like, these guys don't know. These guys don't know I work security and I check IDs where I work. You know?
Yeah, I'm on the team. I'm on the squad, dude. I feel I get your. You know what I did that was embarrassing in hindsight at the Old Well, because I went to some shows at the Old Well when I wasn't doing stand up. I went and saw Dustin Nickerson there because one of my ex's friends had like a birthday party, and he was funny. He did a good job, and he had this joke about the Seattle Mariners, and he made like a analogy to like one of the players to like something he was saying, and it was the wrong player. Like it worked better for a different player. And I had been drinking, and I saw him walking out of the bathroom, and I was like, "Hey, dude, you are really funny." And I was like, "Oh, I had this idea," and I gave him a tag. I was like, instead of John, I think he said like John Olerud or something. I'm like, it's Edgar Martinez. And I can't remember why. I was like, if you use Edgar Martinez, it's because of this and this and this. And he's like, "Oh, cool, thanks. I'll think about it." And he just walked away. He was probably like, "Fucking, who's that asshole?" Yeah. Like, now that I'm back in comedy, I'm like, well, even in hindsight, when I was sober, I'm like, what the fuck was I doing, dude?
Anytime, and I think they comics have, just like me and to an extent, dude. New comics will come up to me and they're like, "Yeah, dude, so you got any advice for me?" I'm like, I just look at them, I'm like, to just do it. Just keep going up. Like, you're so early in it. Like, some of these fools will ask me, like, "Yo, bro," like, some of these new fools will be like, "Got anything for me?" I'm like, dude, just keep coming out. Like, that's how we're going to develop in a relationship. And that's so vague to people. But that's how I imagine and that kind of, like, aloofness, that kind of, like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, you're fine. Like, is kind of like how other comics look at us, you know? We're just, like, regular people, you know?
Yeah, well, and you know me, like, I give advice to a lot of the people who have been doing it like less than me and who like actually come up to me for it and stuff like that. I love doing that because I'm like obsessed with talking about comedy. Like, whether or not I'm fully qualified to always do that, I don't think I speak out of turn. I think I say stuff that I know is to be true because I've heard it from other places or it's worked for me or something like that. But I also understand your outlook on it, which is a good, humble outlook. It's like, because I've heard you at the writers' room sometimes be like, "Dude, what do I know? Like, well, who am I to tell you to do something different than like how you feel like you should do that joke or something like that?"
I always cap everything off I say with that. Even to Smashy, I told her, I'm like, and that's just a reminder for everybody. You cannot take everything I say as literal. You have to take it with a grain of salt. I'm just giving you a slow perspective, but I think it takes some guts to take it with a grain of salt after you say something, because a lot of people just say things and then you're like, okay, yeah, I'll do it.
You know, it's gospel,
like,
yeah.
No, dude, like, you got to remind people that it's like, but I'm just one person saying this, you know, figure it out yourself. And that's ultimately everybody's journey on this shit. You know?
There's been so many times when a younger comic has asked me something and they're like, "Should I do that first tonight?" And I'm like, "Try it." Like, that's like, it's like, because there's been a lot of times when I've like worked with them on a joke and I'm like, "I think that'll work better than this." And it'll go up and bomb. And I'm like, well, we tried it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's kind of how you got to see it, because like, even you hear Seinfeld all the time talk about how like a lot of his jokes do not work at all the first time he tells it. And like, I've been working on like that cave exploration joke. Like, I think there's something really funny there, and you've told me that you think there's something really funny there, and there's a couple lines that have worked, but I just can't make it funny yet.
Because you don't go up enough, you'll have it in about 6 months. But I think if you were going up multiple times a week, you'd figure it out in like a month.
Well, I'm going up multiple times a week, but like,
maybe 2 months.
If I was going like more, I'm
talking about like 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like at the old club or the old scene where we could go up 5 times a week.
I wish I could do that, man.
But I think it's just gonna slow it down, and I say that because I have this ass eating joke that I'm still tweaking, but it's like at the most I've ever got it to like work.
Yeah.
And I started it maybe at the beginning of the year, like early this year, you know. So it's just taking me so much time to just kind of figure it out.
I think I might have seen you do that joke for the first time at Tembler. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
So I think you have been working on that. So that means that you've been working on it for 6 months,
Yeah.
at least.
And it's taken a lot of trial and error. Yeah, it had to be a little bit before February. So yeah, but it's just, and it was probably last December when so it's just been so long.
I'm finding on a lot of my stuff is like because a lot of my jokes end up being long, and what I'm learning now is I think sometimes I was writing long for the sake of being long, and I was just putting every idea in, and I was trying to make it work because it came to this long conclusion. But I've recently gotten a lot more success just going, okay, what isn't working? Get rid of that and stop focusing on it. The joke doesn't absolutely need that. Just tell the first half of the joke. It doesn't have to go to this grand conclusion and then move on to the next thing. And you can revisit and try to make the back half of it funny if you still need it in the end. And like, that's really helped me a lot lately, being able to like bring some old jokes back. And like, I've got this thing about Panera Bread that I really liked the very beginning of the joke, and then I tried to expand on it. And when the stuff that I was expanding was not working, and I was trying to tweak it, and I'm still going to try to tweak it, but I'm like, okay, when I need to have a good set, but I want to tell that joke, I can just tell the beginning of it, and it works, and like I can move on.
Telling jokes differently is important. Just telling one part of it, because lately I have this closer about my dad basically married my mom when she was young.
Yeah.
And it's a long 3-minute bit, but I've been kind of extracting just the punchline or like speeding to the end of it and just trying it in a different order. And I think it's a little more palatable as short jokes, especially the topic of that. But what I thought about recently, just yesterday, I was talking to Julian Gonzalez on the phone about it. Kind of like, I don't go up a lot. So when I go up to these open mics, I have like 10 premises or like 10 bits I go and I force down the crowd, so I just force myself to kind of think of something. And I think that it's almost like a safety net when you have a lot of bits. I think lately, maybe like the last 4 sets that I've done, I've been going up with less and stretching the little things that I have. Like the other day, I took 2 jokes on stage at the mic that you hosted, the Friday night mic,
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to do 4.5 minutes, just like being like, I'm just going to do these 2 things. I'm not going to try to do like 7 things on a list. I'm going to stretch it and figure it out, dude. And I thought of so many little tags and so many little things, just being in the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing to consider. Like, if you have these 3-minute sets, don't go up with 4 bits. Just go up with 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, and just almost give yourself time to like stretch and think about it. If you're working on new stuff, if you already kind of got it tight, go up and run your shit. But if you're working on stuff at these let these little 3-minute mics, take less and see if you can get more with it.
That's actually.
This will be, you got to bring up the Gary Goldman thing and then respond to that, and then we'll close the podcast. But,
okay,
yeah.
Also, yeah.
What you're just saying, sorry I interrupted.
So I started off doing. That's actually how I work generally. But what I would do when I would first come out, I would like. I think I told you one time at a mic, I'm like, dude, I got a full 4-minute bit that I've never done before that I'm doing tonight. And you're like, good luck, bro.
Yeah.
And so what I'm doing now, not all the time, like at the well, usually what I do is I bring up stuff that I'm working on that I have like either a new tag, a new line, like a new way to say something, and I like try that out there. And then on Mondays, I'll go up with exactly what you were talking about with 2 ideas, and I'll have a couple things I want to hit in those ideas, but I'll also try to explore them a little bit more. And I need to continue doing that because I need to force myself into that. Because I'm always afraid of being unprepared on stage, because like I'm getting better at riffing. I'm doing good riffing stuff. I think I'm really improving on that, but I still I feel so much more comfortable. And I think everybody does going, this is what I'm going to say. And I can play around in this, but I have, how long is the set? 3 minutes? I've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds at least ready to rock and roll. And some of my favorite sets that I've had since I've started to like kind of evolve a little bit more is go up with a couple of ideas, and like, the times when I was like sitting down or like going last at the club and like doing all those things and allowing myself to expand and just have fun with the crowd. And like, I go up and I say something about a previous comic, or I go up and talk to her, and then I get into my bits and I'm working on weaving through, like, it's just trying to get more chops, man.
Yeah.
And like, I just need to write more. That's like the biggest thing. I was writing a lot when I first started, and I've had a block lately. So like, I'm really working on that, trying to get better.
You ever bring up the Gary Goldman thing, and I'll vamp for a little bit, but
Hold on.
Just the like. I feel like I get a little dopamine release every time I touch pen to paper, dude. I love people that go out and write, and then
You'd call me gay if I said that, by the way.
That's fine. You can call me gay.
I said that comedy was my passion one time. He made fun of me for 2 months.
It's in the podcast. You can go watch it, episode 1. I'm still making fun of you about it. No, dude, but at dead ass, like, people are like Nathaniel, for instance, like, we'll go and like write on his phone and all this stuff. I'm like, I actually think he has a notebook too, but I'm like, I've always been like notebook, pen.
I wrote on my phone almost exclusively.
That's crazy, dude. Like, I gotta like fucking like get it out. But so you brought this Gary Goldman thing. We have just a few minutes left here. What are some of your favorite little tips that he shares that you want to share with our audience today?
Yeah, so on vulture.com, there's a compilation of there was one time when Gary Goldman decided that he was going to give a stand-up comedy tip every day for 365 days. And Gary, if you haven't seen Gary Goldman, I think he's one of the best writers. I think he's hilarious. He's just a polished, just pro. And he wrote down some of his favorites, and I've got some of his favorites here. Number 1 was record every set. And he said the hard part is
audio. At least
100%. Yeah. He said the hard part is listen to it and transcribe everything you want to say again. It's sometimes depressing, but it gets you to the hardest part, which is to sit down and write. Usually you'll think of something to add or change. This works for me. As good as you think your memory is, you frequently forget key components of your jokes and strong ad libs, especially early in your career. You should do this.
Dead ass, dude. I know so many people that I think they record the video for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You know, people are people have gone up less than 15 times, or like already got their tripod and their camera out. Good instinct, whatever.
But they just want clips because they want that's clips, what everybody does.
Exactly. They want clips. They're not understanding that, like, no, you have to go back and listen to it. Think about like what's really good about it. Write it down and then do it again. Keep doing it again, and then like at some point you record it. But I just feel like people here are laughing like, "Oh, good, clip it," which is to an extent. I think you should have a little bit of that, but also a little bit of introspection. Be like, I got to work on this. Like a laugh isn't the end of it, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I'm like to the point where I'm kind of close to start to post some clips every once in a while just to get booked locally. Mm-hmm. But my main goal is to get funny no matter what. Like sure. I need to get way funnier, man. Like that's kind of how I see it. So tip number 2, write out a favorite joke word for word, 1 sentence at a time. After completing each sentence, analyze each word. Why does it work? And I'm going to skip to the end because he's like, how do the syllables work? What is what is the grammar of comedy? One thing that he says at the end of it is, you should know that the immortal Hunter S. Thompson transcribed The Great Gatsby word for word. So to learn why The Great Gatsby was so smart, was written so well, Hunter S. Thompson sat down and wrote down that book word for word just to learn how each word is important and how it all works. Because I think what a lot of comics miss, and this is something that thankfully, like, I have my strengths and weaknesses. One of the things that I learned pretty early, because I've just been obsessed with comedy forever, is the word, like, understanding why each word is funny and why saying it a little bit differently is funny that way, and how this word serves this word and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
What about those people that just can go say something funny and not do any of that? Kind of like
that's part of it. Yeah.
You know, like Nick Cannon and Drumline.
Yeah.
Just the ability to just be like, okay, I got it. You know, and that's just a very common thing now. Like, honestly, dude, I can read music, but I learned a lot by just listening and just repeating it and figuring it out. Like, and that's kind of how I'm figuring comedy out, is like, I sit and do it analytically, but I'm more so just like, I'm practicing it. I'm figuring kind of the rhythm of things, but not to that extent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I for sure could use that, but I feel like there's some people that just got it and aren't doing that.
You know what I mean? And a lot of those guys, they got it and they're doing those things without having to go and study why. So yeah. I think that's a good point. The tip 3 is Mark Twain said, and I'm paraphrasing, the difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between a lightning and a lightning bug. So it's like basically, there's for example, like, and there's even the way you say a word, like Seinfeld one time said he has this joke where he says SeaWorld, and the joke was bombing all the time, and then he changed it to where he said SeaWorld, and it started killing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, he just changed the inflection on it, and like. So that's where, like, if you really, there are the guys that you're talking about, but if you really want to get meticulous about writing, sometimes changing one word in something completely changes how everybody reacts to the word.
Yeah, there's a joke I have where I say, The punchline is basically my dad got here legally, and he's like, "How do we get here? I don't have a passport." And I'm like, "Dad, how did you get here?
Yeah.
You didn't have a
Yeah.
passport." Instead of I could, but sometimes I rush through it. I'm like, "Dad, how'd you get here? You didn't have a passport." And that's a lot different. That how did you get here? So just like those little things. Do one more and let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one more in like a different thing. I like this one, and this is something that I don't do very often. After a good set, brainstorm. You just had a great set. Instead of celebrating, use that hour or so after when the synapses are still firing and your confidence is soaring to voice record or
That's so
write down the
smart.
ideas that pop up during that especially fertile creative time. So like you just went on stage and you had all these
Dude, that's so good.
all these chemicals that get released in your brain that are making you go like you're on your game, like you're talking about, where you're like making yourself figure the shit out on the stage. All those chemicals are still in your brain. Like go fucking like so based on this, what I want to do is when I have a good set at the Well, walk straight to the back of the room, walk out the door, sit on that little ledge right outside, and think about my set and write down everything that I did right, and then try to expand on the ideas that I had.
That's so smart, dude. And that's like I see Trent Babb after every set. That fool goes and gets his journal and just writes at the back of the room. But it's also like I think as a dad, this is probably a benefit to him. You're out of the house, finally have some moment to
Oh
yourself.
yeah,
Like, dude, that's probably when
that's
I would
his
write
time to
too.
write. Yeah.
Like, but I think that's brilliant, dude. That the fact that like if I do have a good set tonight, I might do that. I might just because I'm only doing 10 up top. I'm hosting, so I might see if I can think of anything else because there's a. That's so smart.
Yeah,
I think that's my favorite one. I think I'm gonna try that.
That's the thing. There's
Because
365
we're always
of them.
fucking around anyway.
Yeah.
Just like gonna go smoke a cigarette, 8 of them now, and just sit on my phone. Like, let's be productive here.
And I'm gonna walk around and get all the fist bumps and get all the
it's
endorphins from everybody saying good set. You'll get those later. Like,
Yeah.
go finish your job. Like, it reminds me of John Lennon said one time. He said, when you sit down to start a song, finish the song before you get up. It's not in its final form, but you'll never be in that same headspace again.
Yeah. Fuck, that's so good.
So I like once again, Vulture, Gary Goldman. I mean, you can put it in the description of the podcast if you want to.
Yeah, no, I was literally thinking that.
Yeah. And if it's behind a paywall, open it in incognito mode and you'll be able to read it.
Next to your OnlyFans page. Guys, thank you so much. This is the Jaguar's Den with Andrew Idell. We'll see you next time. Peace.